really is an addiction. Sandblasting and freshly painting stuff. It's getting kind of dark in here. Sun's going down. I let the day get away from me, but I did get some work done. Nice and dark, so you can't look too close. Don't look at that oil pan. I haven't finished cleaning it off yet. But I've got enough of the block cleaned up that I can get a little bit of a dusting, a primer on there. Now if you look over, actually no, don't do that. Just step back, let's just stay over here. Socially distant paint job. Because as long as we stay over here and don't go over there, that looks okay. Nah, not really. All jokes aside, it was kind of getting hard to see what was left to clean on this. So this dusting of primer, this is the lightest coat. It's more like a guide. So I'm able to see, like right here, where, like how did I miss that? But I did. And I'd already pulled that out and put it back in. It's crazy that there's no O-ring or anything on this. It's just there. But this side's pretty good. This side needs some work. This side's actually mostly good, except for right here. I'll fix that. Maybe we just won't look at that. It'll be hidden anyways. But we're getting there. It's not lost on me that I forgot that I could have just put the valve cover on instead of being kind of careful, but the real important detail is that it's got some primer on it. And after I finish the primer, the next logical step is fixing all the stuff I screwed up on and then paint. Yeah. In the spirit of the socially distant paint job, why don't you guys just hang back over there? Don't look too close. I actually did get about 98% of the junk off, so this isn't so bad. Already just looks so much better. So many details on the block that I just didn't know about. Like, I had no idea that there were these rectangle things here for stamps. See that with the shadow? Kind of neat. I'm pretty sure I'd said somewhere, this was meant as kind of a guide coat. It showed me where the paint isn't adhering. There. A few little spots here and there. Just basically chunks of dirt that I missed there. But overall it was pretty clean. Give it a good scrub down and nothing's fallen loose except in the few areas. So I should be able to clean those back up again, better this time. Prime it again, and then go paint it black. Well, in the light of day, doesn't look much worse. It actually kind of dresses up all of my F-script bolts. I mean, does that make this thing an honorary Ford? Probably not. Now, for the record, despite the ridiculous amount of sludge in the oil pan, this was not so... There was some gunk in here, but it wiped right out. It wasn't really clumpy. And the screen was remarkably clear. There was a weird... I kind of wish I hadn't thrown it away, but there was a wire in here, like a safety wire off of something. I'm not sure what in the block would have been safety wired like that, but it's not safety wired anymore because it was hanging out in here. But other than that, this is pretty well cleaned up. I just need to get the outside cleaned up, primed up, hammered out a little bit, and back on the block. Now comes the fun part of trying to drill this out. I don't know if I'll even try an extractor. I don't know how this got snapped in this manner. It might come loose, it might not. But it all starts with a pilot hole. Yeah. That looks centered. I've only used an extractor once before, and it didn't go so well. We're gonna try it knowing it won't work. Well, you were the chosen one. You were at my daughter's wedding. I trusted you. You son of a... I hate drilling out hardened steel. I'm gonna have to buy a new set of DeWalt bits. They used to look like this. Now they look like this. It was like that for who knows how many years. I could just RTV the crap out of it. No one would ever know. They wouldn't know. You guys would know, but no one else would know. Well, there it is. The mud and dirt and oil and grease was caked on here thicker than this Arkansas humidity. I mean, geez. But you can pretty clearly see a couple of weld beads in here where this thing was hit pretty hard, and that's why the whole thing is detached. The underside looks terrible. The inside doesn't look so bad, but it's got me questioning if I should just replace this oil pan, find a good used one, or buy one of those reproductions. I don't know. Or I could just run this one. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Hey, bare metal. I hosed it down with some brake clean, and that is all kinds of brazed up. That's a hell of a redneck fix. But it wasn't leaking any oil from the pan. Maybe I'll just leave it be. Now, I am an obsessive perfectionist when it comes to detailed work like this, and this hurts me. But there's no way this is gonna be perfect. So we're gonna paint it as is, because I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. The perfectionist in me is screaming. But you know, I keep saying, socially distant paint job. You just back up a little bit, that doesn't look so bad. Yeah, it does, but it also doesn't. My sandblaster broke. Now, it's a Harbor Freight, so I didn't expect much, and I'm not gonna put the compressor to it right now, but for some reason, this crappy gun stays on all the time. You press the trigger, it does nothing, because it's already on. So it's just all sorts of gummed up internally. This is the second time I will have had to have taken it apart, cleaned it up, and put it back together. And I don't think I wanna. I think I'm just gonna replace it with something slightly better. So on these Harbor Freight sandblasting cabinets, by the time you put enough money into them to make them just really good, you might have spent a few more bucks to get something that's turnkey and already good. That's my 2 cents. Well, look what showed up. Finally. These are the last 2 things I needed to put this transfer case back together. Somewhere in all of this chaos here, I promise you, there are all the parts for a Dana 18 transfer case. And here are the last ones, the speedometer gear and the driven gear. Right here. Just trust me, it's in here. That means I can finally move forward with that rebuild. Except I'm kind of sidetracked with another project, so we'll get there next. I think it's time. The primer's set. Let's get some paint on it. Just the first coat is just always a nice preview. It's about to get a lot darker though. Ventilation, what's that? Look at that. We don't even have to be socially distant right now. It's just that good. I called it both things. The socially distant restoration, but I also called it a Craigslist paint job, you know? Look at it. Brand new, freshly rebuilt, 0 miles. Don't lowball me, I know what I got. Love it. I forgot something. Dang it. And there it is, all buttoned up for the night. That's gotta get a second coat, maybe a third coat, we'll see. And then we'll have to let that cure for about a week. Which means I get to move back over to the transfer case and put that guy back together. And then we can put all the pieces back together, load the drivetrain back in there, and we're good to go. Now there's still stuff to do. I've still got to finish drilling out that one bolt, get a few replacement bolts and washers and such. But guys, we are really close to getting this back together. Really close. I just need a few odds and ends, and then it's all back together and it's back in the Jeep, and we're gonna go drive. So that's it for this one. If you like what I'm doing, or if you found it at least entertaining, please give me a like. Maybe subscribe down there. Doesn't cost anything, and it helps the channel grow. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one.